So should the Prime Minister be examined by the investigating agency? Should the Prime Minister voluntarily depose before the CBI? That's the question we're asking tonight. We have the Congress's spokesperson Sanjay Jha with us. We have Pinaki Mishra, Lok Sabha MP of the BJD, and journalist Aarti Jairath with us. We'll be joined by Piyush Goyal of the BJP shortly. Sanjay Jha, what is the Congress's response to this? Is it an unreasonable statement to make that the PM should voluntarily depose? After all, he was the coal minister. There are a lot of unanswered questions. Is it an unreasonable demand?
I think it's an absolutely unreasonable demand, and I'll tell you why, Nidhi. Firstly, the Prime Minister of India has spoken on the floor of the House and has stated explicitly that it's highly presumptuous and premature for people to believe that the files that are missing will not be located. Already earlier we all know there was an inter-ministerial search committee that was set up under a fairly responsible and senior bureaucrat. And, this is a Supreme Court monitored CBI investigation. I think nobody, let me tell you, nobody other than the government is itself concerned about its own reputation and transparency and getting to the bottom of the problem. So, let me tell you, there have been, and this is a point that a lot of people tend to ignore, that the investigations do not just pertain, and the point that BJP tries to politically mislead the country on, to the time when the Prime Minister was the coal minister in 2006. It relates to 1993 onwards, when you have had non-Congress governments, and I have enough facts to tell you, Nidhi, that between 1993 to 2004, there was Ravi Shankar Prasad was a coal minister, Uma Bharti was a coal minister, Shehnawaz Hussain was a coal minister. And at that time, there was not even a screening committee. A majority of the files relate to the NDA government.
So let everybody depose then.
No, let me tell you exactly. So that the BJP, one minute, I think the BJP, let the CBI find it necessary. The investigations
But there are reports today that the CBI is actually mulling it.
50,000 odd documents have been given by the government.
Look, the Indian Express today reported that you have a senior CBI officer.
I think these are all speculation.
No, I'm just quoting to you what the Indian Express is reporting, that a senior investigating officer in the case has put on record what he called the requirement to examine the Prime Minister. Of course, the CBI director has said that it is too early to come to that, but that is something that has been reported by a leading daily today. Are you dismissing that out of hand?
Well, let me tell you, in an organization, the head is the CBI director, and I think this is being discussed with the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is demanding affidavits. Supreme Court has also said that in case you don't get the necessary documents, you have to let the Supreme Court know. And the government has also said that within the stipulated period of 2 weeks, the files, wherever they are, and let me tell you, Nidhi, this is a point, once again, that we need to recognize, that there was actually, in this case, a screening committee. State governments were involved, multiple ministries were involved, the chief secretaries of the state were involved, and the documents were there submitted to CAG. Now, end of day, to believe that the documents are missing because of an ulterior motive, which the BJP is saying, I think is extremely outrageous. These are extremely,
well, it is also questions that the Supreme Court has raised.
Statements made to simply
it's
attack
not just the BJP saying it. There are serious questions that the Supreme Court has raised about whether this has been an attempt to destroy records, and the fact that documents also haven't been provided. But let me ask Pinaki Mishra. Pinaki, do you support the BJP's position that the PM should voluntarily depose? Do you think it would set a bad precedent, or it would actually set a good precedent? It would be a healthy precedent, something that would show greater transparency.
No, but in law, I don't know where there is a concept of voluntary deposition. If the CBI needs his deposition, the CBI will ask for his deposition. That's the rule of law. Be you ever so high, the law is above you. That's what we are guided by. So I don't think there is any question of anybody voluntarily deposing. That's my personal opinion. But I just want to put in one little point of something that's very important, and for me personally, is that 65 years after independence, when we are wanting to sit on a nuclear high table, Nidhi, we have this shabby state of affairs where we have not digitized our records. I mean, how can files go missing like this? I said this on your program yesterday. You walk into Shastri Bhavan or any of these bhavans, and you see files upon files, mountains of files lying piled up in corridors. Forget offices. So this sort of shabby, shoddy kind of record keeping that's going on in this country, and you want to be considered a superpower, and then you have some files which go missing because there is no custodian, there is absolutely no accountability. All these government records must now be digitized, and this must be done post haste, rather than this sorry sort of tutu meme that's going on about some missing files. But be that as it may, I'm not at all exculpating anybody. I'm there probably might be mischief afoot, because I'm not a Congress apologist. So even though I have great regard for the Prime Minister personally, I don't believe the Prime Minister would ever ask for files to disappear. He's not Richard Nixon. I mean, he is no Richard Nixon. That's quite clear. I'm quite clear in my mind. So, but be that as it may, we have to ask ourselves that is this what we've come to pass in this country, that we can't even keep records properly, and then you want to be considered a UN superpower.
No, so let me take that to Piyush Goyal. Piyush Goyal, Pinaki Mishra says Manmohan Singh is not Richard Nixon. How do you react to that?
Well, I'll come to that, but first of all, I wish my friend Sanjay Jha was equally outraged when scam after scam was being surfaced and the CAG was at pains pointing out how this government, one after the other, was indulging in a series of multi-billion-dollar scams. I also hope, just like he has acknowledged that the files are missing, his Honorable Prime Minister and the country's Honorable Prime Minister, who is supposed to lead from the front, who has responsibility for running this government, would have also acknowledged that the files are missing, rather than trying to defend the most indefensible by saying that with regard to these so-called missing files. I think the gentleman on the panel, Sanjay Jha, is very right. There are clearly missing files, which the Honorable Prime Minister fails to acknowledge, because missing is a thing which is not being able to be found. And in his own statement and in the statement of his minister, repeatedly they are acknowledging that they cannot find those files, those documents, those papers, those applications. So I wish the Honorable Prime Minister had been more transparent. He was not economical with the truth, as is evident from his prepared text which he has placed before the House.